Good afternoon, everybody. So my cat's back from the ER. He's doing okay. He's a little emotionally going through some time right now. You might hear him meowing in the background during this video. I guess he's having a little bit of trauma. So the big thing is that I made all my loss back from Friday on my personal account. That 20% drawdown that I had, or that 20% loss that I took, I was actually able to make that back in about 48 hours from, starting on Monday to today. So I find myself very grateful, very lucky, and that this worked out. So I'm going to show you guys how that was done, how I did it. And a lot of you may think that how I did it was unethical, especially in such a short amount of time. But I wanted to correct a mistake, and I didn't want the mistake to be haunting my account for a big period of time. Why? Well, as you guys know, my cat has been struggling a bit, and it's been expensive. I have a $6,000 bill that I have to pay because of his ER visits. So I'm trying to get my account back to where I was, just in case I need to pull more money from my account. Now you could say that's an element of emotion that's being brought into my trading. But as I said before, when I was trading during Theresa May's speech, I didn't feel very secure with that trade that I made. I kept flip-flopping on my decision on it. And since that time, I had the weekend to reflect, and the trades that I've taken since that time have been well thought out, and were taken at specific areas in the market that had very good potential to go in my favor. So I'm going to show you guys that now. Some of you guys may roll your eyes, think this is ridiculous, and say that I got lucky. And honestly, I'm not going to deny it that there was luck involved here. So let's go through each one. And I'm showing you guys this because so many of us hide from our risk, the risk of our trades. That's why a lot of us on Forex Factory don't want to post our Explorer or our trading stats, because we don't want people tearing apart the mistakes that we've made, whether they worked out or they did not. So here's my initial first trade, the $3,716 trade that went against me. What's crazy, that was only 37 pips against me, and I closed it out. That was a 10-lot trade. I also took a 10-lot trade on Robert's account, but that makes a little bit more sense because we're talking about a $120,000 account compared to a $20 account. So 10 lots is way too much. The most I should be taking on this account, like ever, is 2 lots, and that's still pretty high. So 10 lots. What I do? I continued to trade at 10 lots because I didn't trade more than that. I didn't want to trade 15 or 20 lots, but I did do 10, and it worked out. I took a position on the pound USD and then the pound CAD, and the one that was on the pound CAD you can see here. I closed out the position and then went long soon after because I've had a good premonition that this would continue to push up. It did. It went a little bit farther down, and I ended up closing it out. Came out with $891. So I was able to make a good 5% of my 20% loss back. And then the weekend closed out, and I had some time to reflect. Well, it didn't change my risk size, which it probably should have. I came right back in with 10 lot trades. And this one was the gap. The gap opened. A lot of times the gap will be covered, and I entered a trade here, real short. Came out with $364 profit, and just inching away at that $3,716 loss. Right, the next positions, these were expert advisor positions, inside candle setup, and you can see those were here, 40.4 lots, $71 and 136. So those worked out really well. And then I took a couple of 1 and 2 lot trades here, so 1 and 2. And this was a successful basket, so minus 75 and 236 profit. And those were based on the 5-minute time frame, 5 and 15 minute. This was based on a 15-minute inside candle, and this was based on an inside candle on the 5-minute chart, and it did bounce at that point. So it worked out well for me there. Okay, and I went on a small break. Then I entered 3 more positions down here. The 3 positions were taken near the whole or round number at 166. Now initially, I saw that price was approaching this level, and I suspected that price would bounce up and down, like a lot of times it does in whole numbers before it decides which direction, either up or down, that it's going to go. So I looked for the possibility that there would be some bouncing going on at or near the whole number, round number, and there was. It was an inside candle. So I took the inside candle on the 5-minute time frame, looked for 10 pips, got the 10 pips, came back down, entered again, got 10 pips, came back down, entered on inside candle setup. This one I liked better because it actually touched the whole number, and the inside candle looked much better with a very full inside candle on that one. And I held for that one for 14 pips. So all those trades were right here. Those are the trades that I took today. So roughly about an extra $1,000, about $900 in recovery. I also took out $2,000 to help my cat fees, so that withdrawal finally came out. But I actually posted it quite a few days ago in an attempt to help my poor cat. So those are the trades that I have taken, and it actually got me back to my break-even point. But I'm not happy about the lot sizes that I took. They were too much, but it's hard when you make a mistake with such a large lot size. It makes you think that you have to either increase your lot size to make that loss back, or at least use the same lot size. Typically making 20% of my account back would take me about a month to do so, since I can make about 15 to 20% on my expert advisor. And I felt a little bit of pressure. Maybe the emotion of my poor cat, in knowing that I have a $6,000 fee to pay. I can't wait a month to make that back. So yes, you could say that I was a bit emotionally compromised here because I had a pre-existing stress that was putting pressure on my trading. Now I didn't take that stress too far, meaning I didn't increase the lot size of my trades. I looked for smart positions that I would typically take. And I waited for them. I didn't make positions out of nothing. But still, my mistakes were the lot sizes in trying to make back the loss as soon as possible. That's where the luck came in. I got lucky this time. A little bit of skill and a lot of bit of luck. So what did I learn from this mistake? Well, not to take 10 lot trades because how fast that can go bad. 2, being safer about the recovery. Wait a month. And it's been a bit stressful lately, and I was able to pull this out, but you can't make mistakes and then correct them with more mistakes. So that's why I feel like I got lucky in this. I've learned a lot from it. Even 12 years of trading, I'm still making mistakes. But 2 lot trades are where I want to stay at on this account. I don't want to trade any more than two lots per position because it's just too much at that point. So that's where I go from here. My account's at break even. I still expect 15 to 20% profit with my expert advisor each month. I'm still going to have a cutoff of about 20%. There's my cat. So I might go pick him up. Come here, buddy. Let's show everybody you. So he tries to sleep, but then he wakes up, and he wakes up kind of scared. So poor little guy.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
And that's my Siri. So yeah, this video is almost done. I just wanted to show you guys what I did and the mistakes that were made and what I plan to do in the future since I'm now back at break even. And to give you an update on the trade that I may be taking tomorrow with the NZD USD. And I mentioned to you guys that there's a cash rate that's coming out for the New Zealand dollar, and that was, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the trade that I actually took on that. This was a $1,000 trade that I took on the NZD with the anticipation that the New Zealand dollar was weakening even before the cash rate news that's coming out tomorrow. So that's what's happening, and that's what's been happening all week. Push down, and then there's a potential for a pullback here at the whole number, and I plan on that shooting up a little bit, cash rate coming out, and then hopefully shooting back down. So I want to do a live stream for everybody tomorrow at 3:50 Eastern Standard Time. So that's 10 minutes before the news comes out. You guys are going to be able to see. I'll talk you through it, what I'll be doing, how I'll be doing it, lot sizes, all that kind of stuff. I won't be taking 5 and 10 lot trades on my personal account. I'll be sticking with 1 and potentially 2 lot trades on my account, and I'll be taking a 10 lot trade on Robert's account if I decide that this is a trade that I'll be taking. And that won't be decided until just minutes before the actual trade is taken, or just minutes before the news comes out. All right, so that's the plan. I hope you guys tune in. If you don't, then the video will be posted on YouTube and Forex Factory later on, so you can watch a recorded version of it. But I thought I'd give you guys an update that the 20% loss on my personal account is officially made back, and now it's time to go back to trading more regularly. All right, I'm not happy about my trading in the last week. I've made a lot of mistakes and corrected mistakes with more mistakes. But I hope that it's something that shows people even 12 years later, you still can, your mind can still toss you curveballs. Or things that you thought that you'd never do, you still fight yourself for. And Trader's Way is so far a decent broker, but the 1,001 leverage is awfully tempting to take advantage of. So I don't want to be tempted anymore, and since now my account is where it was before, I think it'll be much easier. But as some traders have said, it's still going to be a challenge not to be tempted at some point to take a big trade that is out of the standard of risk that you should be taking. All right, so that's pretty much for the update for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you tune in for the stream at 3:50 Eastern Standard Time on the NZD USD trade that I'll be taking, or well, potentially be taking. If nobody tunes in, that's fine. I'll still stream anyway. All right, thanks you guys, and have a good day. Bye.